And I listened to everything that you said, and I feel like you're 100% right, but there's a couple of glitches in there. There are so many people that have children and they're not involved in their children's school. They don't know what's going on in these schools. I'm one of those people that I go to not only my biological son, they all graduated this year, but I go to my stepchildren's parent-teacher night. It be empty. I remember when I was going to parent-teacher night, it was the worst night of my life because I knew there was a possibility my life might be over for the next couple of weeks. You don't see parents at the schools. The parents don't know what's going on in these schools. Another thing you mentioned where we can put it in, church. People don't go to church like that. Not my generation. It was something that I had to do. You knew your Saturday morning belonged to school, Sunday school, and Sunday afternoon you could sit there with your grandmother eating butterscotch and peppermints, and she give you a change to put in the thing. Like, that's what it was. People are not going to church. People are not going to school. People are allowing the internet and iPads and iPhones and computers to raise their kids. And all of these outlets are the outlets that are giving you the fake news. And fake news is pretty much, it's clickbait. You have a bunch of people that call themselves journalists, that call themselves blogs, and they post captions just to get people to click on it. And the average person, unfortunately, I know because I'll post something and I'll be like, hey, I'm going to be at Circle Sisters today at the Jacob Javits Center. They'll look at my picture and I'll look at the comments. Where are you going to be today? No one reads. No one reads. So there's so many things that we have to fix before we can even get to how to teach them how to vote. We have to start going back to church. We have to start paying attention to our kids in school. We have to pull our kids off of these social media outlets and networks and take these gadgets away and get them into books.
Everything that you said is absolutely correct. Everything that you're talking about is something that we do with the name. We kind of actually do it basically, we started it. It's a youth group that we meet every Monday under the National Action Network. It's free. At 7 p.m. we serve food every Monday, and we basically get the kids civically engaged. We teach them about all the things that you guys are talking about, and we also teach them life skills. We teach everything. Some of our helpers are here today, and they are the leading youth leaders in Harlem and where they're located. So we have programs, but like Remy said, people don't know. And that's the problem. So we have to start bridging the gap to people like you guys, 6 million followers. We have to work together because we have the message and you have to follow it. So we have to work together to get the message to the followers. And that's what people like Brother Sue, like Essential and all that, because of the Essential, they take the messaging and share it. So I applaud you, I applaud all of y'all, because you use your platforms for positivity. But also, to answer your question, why should you vote in the midterm elections? Everything is at stake. Every issue that was set on the stage, that is dependent on the midterm elections. All the Congress, all the seats are up. 345 seats, all the House Representatives, those seats are up. You have 33 out of 34 of the 100 Senate seats are up. You have, I believe, 36 out of the 50 states that vote for governors. It's going to be a whole new way. And it's also a fact that in midterm elections, it usually turns, the party goes, it usually gets to the favor of the opposite of the president. So the Dems have a real big chance to make this a blue win. You need to vote, not about Democrats, not about Republicans, it's about education, it's about jobs, it's about the economy, it's about our media, it's about everything. As far as the internet, there's laws on the internet, they're changing everything. That they don't know what's about. They distract us with Trump on the media cycle every day because they don't want you to know about the issue. They don't want you to know about the funding, they don't want you to know about the budget, they don't want you to know. So we have to research and go a little deeper. We gotta stop looking and stop stopping on Instagram timelines. That is not the key. The answer is not on Instagram, y'all. The answer is not on Facebook. You have to go back to do your own research. You have to stop being lazy. Y'all have kids that you said you're not in your lives. You need to get in your lives. It's your fault as well. We have to take accountability for our issues in our community. There's not a time that we are not in the end beating up Trump and resisting Trump and fighting for those issues, but we're also in our neighborhoods talking to these parents about being in their kids' lives, about these teachers, about actually caring about their students and not just getting a check. It matters. Everything that we do matters. Talk to your kids, love their kids, and take care of them. And vote November 6th. Vote November 6th and register by October 12th if you're not registered.
I'm going to say something to you. November elections
about laws. You know, when we have these cases, we talk about how our kids are murdered, and then they say, well, we want civil rights charges brought up. And then the Justice Department says, well, you know, we can't bring in. And you go, well, why can't we? It's very obvious this guy was a racist. It's very obvious. You're going back to law. The threshold is so high to prove that someone's a racist. He practically has to stand on a building and scream, I hate black people. And, you know, using the N-word is probably what he would do. That's because the law says that. The law has raised it so high that you can't get these guys. You can't get George Zimmerman, who killed someone because he lost a fight that he started. You can't get anything for him because of the law. So I want you to think of the midterm elections as the law, the people who make the laws. And when you see TV like last week with Brett Kavanaugh and you see 11 white men representing one party, and it's so bad that they had to borrow a white woman to get in there to ask questions because they didn't know any apparently. This is about who makes the laws, who has the votes. So we have to vote, and like Ashley said, it doesn't matter what party you vote for. Okay, maybe I have my personal preferences, but I'm not going to give those to you. I just want you to understand how it works. And the fact that you are here, there are so many of you, because each one of you knows at least 20 people or related to at least 20 people. So if you go out here and do what Adam Clayton Powell said, each one teach one, we'll spread the word. We'll spread it. That's what we want.
All right, so that means you all have homework to do. You got to get 20 friends registered to vote, make sure they're registered to vote, and then make sure you follow up that they actually go to vote.
Yeah, but I feel like we're preaching to the choir. I feel like this is an audience here of voters. We are smart, we are progressive, and we are in community. Sometimes we talk about gun violence and you see the pictures, it's that same white person that we look at, shot in the schools, and they forget about our stories. So what Amnesty is doing is really uniting with community-based organizations, activists and leaders in the community to come up with initiatives and to fund those programs that are actually doing the good work, but they don't have enough money to continually do the good work. So I think when we talk about what we actually need to do, it's about everybody in every community knows about a program, about an organization. You need to support those programs. Go to those organizations. Give money to those organizations. Volunteer your time, even if it's just 30 minutes, an hour a week, to go out and canvass and share information on local politicians and really uplift the community. I think we all have a role to play, but we have got to get out of the habit of speaking to ourselves and speaking to those that we need to bring with us.
All right, thank you. We have time for 2 questions.
They didn't just manage to be in the Senate immediately. There's a change. They start out in the little towns, and then their mayor, and then their governor, and then they're in the Senate, and then before you know, except for somebody like who we got now, I don't know how the hell he got there. But that's why it's important to vote in the lower levels so that they can make it to the next level where it matters even more, because they all matter.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Maxine. I'm a grandmother, and I'm a member of the National Action Network. I'm suggesting that any grandparent that's responsible for some young kids that they might have a hard time with because they just do, they should check out the National Action Network on Monday at 7 o'clock, 106 West 145th Street. I just want to suggest also that those who don't know much about politics, is a way of finding out. Like a long time ago, they used to have a little cartoon called "A Bill Is Just a Bill on Capitol Hill," and it's still on YouTube. And then you can find out about gerrymandering and filibustering and all that stuff. You know, so everything you don't know, don't act like you don't want to know. You know you do. That's all.
We can go on now. We don't have time for more questions.
And that goes with what she said in conjunction with what Raqiyah said. I get contributing money to these organizations. I get introducing people to these organizations. But I feel like the first thing we need to do is go to where these people are at. You have to DM them on Instagram. You have to put it on your wall on Facebook. You have to pay for a post and put it on the Shade Room and on Ball Alert, because that's where these people are at. Like, if somebody's not already involved in these organizations or they know of them, I can only imagine me trying to tell one of my friends that don't know or that don't think it's important, hey, let's go to this organization, or me trying to get them to come here to the circle since they, oh, that's corny, I got this to do, I got that to do. But if I send them a DM, they hit me right back. I said, I seen such and such on your snap. They hit me right back. So I feel like the first thing we need to do is to get involved in where these kids and where a lot of these people spend time at, which is on the social media networks. And if we flood that out and show the things that we actually want to show, as opposed to stupid memes or people getting beat up and thinking things is funny little jokes that they be doing, then they have to see it. It's going to come across their vision. It's going to come across their timeline. But trying to wait for them to come over to where we at and sitting here with us, we're going to have to go literally drag them in here. So we're going to have to go to where they be at and take that over and learn how to use these social media networks in our favor, the same way they use it in their favor.
Very good point. Listen, real quick, last question.
Hi, my name is Angela, and I'm an assistant principal at a high school. And I want to say, Remy, you are right on target, and I really appreciate your comments. I'm also Shantae's sister. I want to say the two things that concern me as being a person who's been in education for 36 years is what I'm finding is that parents, and I want you to speak to this to see if you can maybe come up with some solution. One, we have so many parents who are working 2 and 3 jobs. They're not home raising their kids. I'd like to hear what you think could offer as alternatives to parents so that kids can get what they need as well. And then my second thing is there's a culture of once a kid gets to high school and he's 14 or 15, they're grown now and it's up to them to figure it out. And I think we really need to be clear that a 15-year-old is not grown, nor is a 16-year-old, and they need parenting even more now than they did when they were 4. So maybe you can speak a little to that.
Well, I'm one of those parents that have 2, 3, 4 jobs at any given time. I'm not home a lot. And when your children, for the last couple of years of school, my son went to private school, but my stepchildren did not. They have something called pupil pad. In your kid goes to public school in New York City, there's pupil pad. On pupil pad, they will tell you what time your kid got to school, what time they left, if they missed the class, if they missed the homework, how many credits that they have, how many that they missed. A lot of people don't know because they're not involved. That number that's on your kid's student ID, that's the number that you need to get into pupil pad. I had 3 different Gmails open so I could check every last one of them. So when they would come, oh, Remy, could you get me so-so? Or Daddy, can you get so-so? Hold on one second. I'm on pupil pad. Oh no, you missed a couple of homeworks last week. Or what's going on with so-so? There's no consequences. My son, he's 18. Actually, most of our children have 3 18-year-olds and 1 21-year-old. As far as I'm concerned, none of them are grown. They think they're grown, but none of them are grown. They're not like I was at 18. I wasn't home at 18. I was long gone on my own thing. These kids nowadays, they don't have no sense of responsibility. They have this thing where they feel entitled that things are just supposed to be given to them. They don't know the value of the dollar. We have 4 children, and unfortunately, none of them have a job. I have a problem with that. I am a firm believer of like people like, oh, that's wrong, that's child abuse. I got my ass whipped all the time when I turn it up. Sometimes you can grab them up and be like, listen, let me tell you something. This is what you're not gonna do. And they all graduated from high school, and I'm pushing them all to go to college right now. And I'm on them. You have to be on them. You may not be able to be on them every day, but they know one day out of that week, I'm gonna pop in that room and be like, what's going on today? Did you go sign some applications? Because they don't know. They think that everything is a joke and everything is fun and partying and hookah and all this other dumb stuff. And they don't know. And it's so annoying to me because I'm a parent, but I'm a young parent. I had my son when I was a kid. We grew up together, so we tried to pull over the games on me, bro. I was 17 not too long ago. Don't play with me. And I feel like parents nowadays, they try to be their kid's friend. That's when my husband comes in. I let him be the good cop. They know, don't play with me. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you're mad. Let me get your phone. Let me get your iPad. Matter of fact, let me get your keys because if you're not in my house by a certain time, you will be locked out.
Thank you. Now, unfortunately, we're out of time, but one thing I also want to drive home is that I think we've lost the concept that it takes a village. You know, when the parents are at work working 3 and 4 jobs, and you're the neighbor, you see it happening, pull them aside. Hey, there's this great program for after-school activities. Hey, come over so you're safe. You're hearing me. The idle time is the devil's playground. So try to make sure those don't have idle time. Because a kid you let have idle time may be robbing you tomorrow. So try to focus on that. Try to get them involved, get them active, participate. Let your voice be heard. Not only in your vote, but in your local community. Save our own children. Get them involved. Learn about the programs. Even if you don't have kids, learn about the programs for other kids and for other people. And don't forget the elders too. We always forget about them. Help them out. Find out programs for them. Help make things accessible for them so they can thrive still as elders in our community. Now, do y'all see why I love coming to Circle of Sisters? They killed that right there.